Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 50 Shades of Tay. I'm Taylor Gonzalez, and my guest today plays Andy in Stranger Things. I am so excited to be joined by Clayton Royal Johnson. Clayton, how are you doing today?
I'm doing lovely. How are you?
Oh, so far, so good. Of course, my puppy decided now is the time to play with her squeaky toy, so I don't know if you can hear lamb chop in the background, but sorry about that.
No worries at all. I love that. What kind of dog do you have?
Oh, a Chiweenie. She's
Oh,
like this
very.
big. She's so tiny.
That's adorable.
Oh my gosh. Well, I am so excited to have you here today to talk all things Stranger Things. Everyone is obsessed with it. It just released the trailer this morning for Volume 2, Season 5, Volume 2. It looks insane.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's crazy. It's a
And
very big season, isn't it?
yeah, you have been there for the last two seasons. How did you very first get cast in the role of Andy?
I was living out of Orlando, Florida at the time. Um, and man, I was 18 by the way, and I'm 24 now, which is just like crazy to think. But um, it really came through in a really traditional like actor way. I was just at home. I got an email from my agents that they were casting for the role of Andy in season 4 of Stranger Things. It seemed like a stretch to be on that show, so I just kind of like, you know, threw myself on tape. I had like a migraine at the time too. I was a little bit behind, and I think honestly that was kind of the blessing behind it because I didn't think too much about it. So I kind of just threw myself on tape, didn't put too much thought behind it. And then a week later, I was like pinned for the show. And then my agent called me and was like, "Can you play basketball?" And I can't. So I was like, "Yeah, I can play basketball." And then like 4 hours after that, I was cast. And then that turned into season 4. Took about like 2 years to film
That
because
is
of COVID and all
crazy.
that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a crazy long process, but it's funny. I was 18 when I started, 20 when I finished season 4, and then went back at 22, 23 for season 5, and then
Wow.
finished the show at, yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy. Does it feel like it's been a big part of your life for that long already, or does it feel like it's gone by like super fast?
No, it's definitely it's felt like a really big part of my life. I don't know. I think at the age that I got cast, it was such a pivotal moment in my career. I was kind of like deciding. I had gone through like a phase of not really caring about acting as much anymore. And I'd done like a Nickelodeon show when I was in my mid earlier teens and a couple like independent projects, and then it kind of went dry for like a year and a half, and I was like, which in retrospect I was like literally still a child. So it was funny that I was even having like a crisis, but
Mhm.
I just remember being like, oh, okay, this is a lot harder than I thought. This is like taking a big toll on my like mental health. And I remember I started to just really dive back into like the things I loved about acting, watching the movies I liked, and then stopped caring so much about, getting the job. And it unfolded like a couple months after I like changed my mindset, and then here I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's crazy. I've heard that though. I've heard like if you really want something and you're like, trying so hard to get it, it doesn't really always come to you. But the minute you like, I don't know, either pretend you don't want it or don't want it, you know what I mean? Like you don't
yeah.
expect it or you don't, I don't know, like you can't imagine it's gonna happen, then it happens and it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's the weird thing. It's what sucks about it's what sucks about the acting industry is just like you want to be like so focused and like every audition or every meeting or whatever it is, you want to be so locked in, but a lot of times that's kind of what can show a little bit too much desperation, and that's the last thing you want to show in this industry. So, yeah, it's funny how it unfolds, but yeah.
So interesting. But up until now, because we're recording this before Volume 2 and then obviously the finale releases, you've been in 9 episodes of Stranger Things so far. Of those 9, do you have a favorite episode?
Oh yeah, I think honestly, I really liked shooting the first episode of season 5. I thought that was so fun.
Mhm.
It had been so many years since I was back on set, so just being back in that costume, seeing everyone again, that was really exciting. Um, but I think season 4 for me, was my first season on the show, and I got to work with Mason Dye, he played Jason, Miles Truitt played Patrick, and I was with them like 99% of the time. And so I think like episode 2 of season 4, I believe that's when we're having like the like we're having like that meeting like Bob's Diner,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and we're like freaking out. That was such a fun couple of days where we all got to really hang out and the whole basketball team was there. And yeah, I think that was really fun. And then shooting the basketball stuff, that took like almost a week, I believe. And that
Oh
was
wow.
with like rehearsal and all of that. That was just I was tired by the end of those days. And that was fun.
Oh, yeah, that seems very fun. What is it like to, be a part of something like Stranger Things and then a couple years go by and then you get to return? Does it kind of feel like a summer camp where it's like you get to, see all your favorite friends and all the people like the hair people, the makeup people, stunt people, and then you get to go back to them years later.
Yeah, it's really bizarre because I don't think most shows have the same time difference. So
Mhm.
it's like I finished season 4, and then by the time I was back for season 5, I'd gone through so much life and certain hardships, really good stuff, and I'm showing back up, and I feel like I've become a man in a lot of ways. And some people have had like a couple kids in the meantime. And so it feels like we've been only away for a little bit, but everyone's lived these entire lives
Mhm.
in the meantime. But I don't know. I think that's what's kind of cool about filmmaking too, is it kind of feels like a time capsule. Like even if a lot of time goes by, when you see everyone else, you're there for the same reason. So you all are locked in and you can kind of connect, even if it's been 3 years, like hop right back in. So yeah, it was surreal. It was really exciting.
Oh, so cool. So in season 4, Andy was Jason's like kind of right-hand guy. But then spoiler alert, Jason doesn't make it out of season 4 alive. So so now in season 5, Andy's kind of taken over as the leader and has like filled, the void left behind by Jason. How would you say that Andy has grown over these last 2 seasons, and how would you say that Jason's death has affected him directly?
Um, It's a good question. I don't feel like a lot of people would ask me that. It's just more like, "Hey, screw you." Um, but I think what I've said to a couple other people too is I want viewers to watch, and as hard as it is to like him because he does really bad things, I would like some people to just put themselves in his shoes. And some things are non-forgivable. You can't forgive certain things that he's done. I did tackle Erica. I did decapitate a snake, and I
Mhm.
did beat the hell out of Dustin. Those are hard things to come back from. But I just want people to remember that I don't know anything that these people know.
Yeah.
All I know is that my buddy's girlfriend in my head was killed by someone. Then Patrick
Mm.
was killed, pulled out of the water, killed. And then I was like, yo, what the hell's going on? And then
Yeah.
my buddy is
Oof.
my best friend is killed. And so now imagine having to go back to school with those people and really believing that these people are possessed by Satan or worshiping Satan. It's a real thing. It was the satanic panic, and
Yeah.
these people really believed in what they thought. As ridiculous as it is now, especially in retrospect, it's
Yeah.
like this guy this guy's angry. He thinks these people killed his friends, and some stuff is non-justifiable, but he's grieving. So I think he's grown more angry, because I think a lot of people would agree with that first episode.
Oh man. Yeah. 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 I can't wait to see what happens next. You touched on this a little bit earlier. So Andy's on the Hawkins High School basketball team. You mentioned when you got the role, you didn't know how to play basketball. How have things changed all these years later? Have you, gotten better at it? Do you play in your free time?
Oh no, I do not play basketball in my free time. No, I am not a fan. I like watching that sport, but I do not like playing that sport. That was a 2 months of rehearsal and a week of filming process, and that final day was my
Mhm.
final time. That was it.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
That
hopefully
is
I'm not asked to
hilarious.
do that again ever.
Yeah. Ooh. You
I'll
never
start
know.
from
You never
square
know.
one. Square one.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna end up in the spin-off, the basketball spin-off.
Yeah. Could you imagine? I would be fired, I think.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So one of the things I was really curious about was when you're filming, how much of the script do you have access to? Is it just your pages, just your lines, or how like secretive are they with what other characters are going through in your seasons?
Mm. Um, Season 4 was a bit more lenient
Mm,
because I was there for the whole thing.
mm,
Relatively, like, I'm like a sidekick in a lot of, like, I'm a sidekick in that season, but I was in pretty much every episode with Jason. And so it was kind of important for me to know a lot of what was going on, or else I
mm.
might have just been a deer in headlights, just standing there. Um, but with season 5, it was definitely a bit more secretive
Mm.
for sure. And I got just pages, I
Oh,
believe.
wow.
It's been a while now,
Yeah, yeah.
to be honest. I think I just got pages for the first episode, and I don't. Yeah, I think with season 4 though, I remember reading the script and seeing what was going on. There were certain things I didn't know about
Mhm.
because when I first signed on to the show for season 4, the last I think 2 episodes weren't written or
Oh,
were in the
wow.
process of being written.
Mhm.
And so I was only like given hints of what was going on. And then I didn't see those, I don't think, ever. So,
Oh, no.
uh, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've talked to actors who have been in, like Star Wars projects or Marvel projects, and they've told me they literally only have their lines, and sometimes they don't even know which character they're speaking with or who is in the room with them. I
Yeah.
don't I don't know how as an actor I would not be able to do that. I need to know at least like what is the situation? Who am I saying these lines to so I know like am I
Yeah.
am I what like are they a
Yeah.
friend? Am I happy to tell them this news? Is it
It's what
scary?
acting class doesn't prepare you for. And that's what I would tell a lot of younger actors starting out is like, they give you so much in acting class. You're taught about like context and all these amazing things, but
Mhm.
then you might get to set and you don't even get to read anything. You just gotta wing it,
Oh
figure it
no.
out. Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that you have a good answer for this, and I'm hoping it's the Letterman jacket. But have you gotten to keep anything from filming?
Yeah. I don't know if I can fully answer that, but
Okay.
let me just answer with a yeah.
Okay.
I have kept some good things.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. Do
Yeah.
you have the jacket, or is that not something that you
I
were able
don't
to keep?
know.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Uh,
All right. It's out there somewhere. What about a
yeah,
basketball?
it's out there somewhere. It's out there somewhere.
And then I'm assuming when you're some part of something like Stranger Things, there's so much merch from cereal to Funkos to
Mhm.
toothbrushes that play the theme song when you're brushing your teeth. Do you get a lot of that merch like as gifts for Christmas and your birthday? And if so, do you have a favorite piece of Stranger Things merchandise you've been gifted?
One of my favorite thing was actually from season 4, a gift that they gave me because when we got back from COVID, it was kind of like a big
Mhm.
COVID was still happening, but like repercussions of like how to film and be safe about it had been put in place. And we were given like little gift baskets, and I was given a mug that I love. It sounds really simple, but it was just that I love mugs a lot. So just being able to have something that was like gifted from that. And then I got like a handwritten letter and then some clothes from them. But
Oh,
if I'm being honest, nothing specific. I think I wish I had a cooler answer than just a mug, but I got like some cool hats from them. I got some cool
oh,
T-shirts, and then I got
nice.
a Hopper. What do you call it?
Like
The
a
pet bungle pop. What?
Funko? Yeah, like the
Yeah,
Funko.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
that's
I
cool.
got that, and I've never opened that. I've kind of just like kept that on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I would just assume, being part of Stranger Things, every birthday, every Christmas, people must find like the coolest things to give you since
Yeah.
he's, such a big part of your life.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think my mom's definitely gotten me some cool things every once in a
Oh.
while. Just like books or whatever
Mhm.
that I keep on my shelf. Yeah, it's great. My mom got me a poster, I think, one time of like
Ooh.
the lights from like season one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No, it's
like
very
that.
cool. Yeah.
A fun question that I asked Birdie yesterday that I wanted to ask you as well. If Vecna was trying to capture you and we had to get together, play a song to try and save you from Vecna's wrath, what song would save you?
Oh, um, oh, dude. Okay. Give me one sec. I'm trying. Okay. There are two songs. I will say this is so Lose Yourself by Eminem
All right, all right.
would save me. And then a song called Better in the Morning by
Okay.
Bird Talker. Those
Ooh.
are like, I think if someone forced me to pick two of my favorite songs, I don't even listen to Lose Yourself that much. It's just such a core memory of hearing that when I was a child, being like, whoa. Yeah. um, and I'm trying to think of, no, I'm going to stick with those ones.
All
Right.
right. Those are good answers. I was thinking of mine. I want something funny though. So that way when people are watching like the montage of me being rescued, they have to hear like the Macarena 100 times or Mambo number
there.
five 100 times. I
Yeah.
just feel like something like really funny and out there,
Yeah.
like a party song.
Yeah. That's actually great. That would be,
Lou
yeah.
Bega's Mambo number five. They're like, you know what? Let's just leave Taylor. Let's not play the music and save him from Vecna. We don't need to hear that song again.
Yeah, mine are all like slow pace. I mean, lose yourself is lose yourself just has like a 2 minute long intro.
Yeah, that's a good
So
one though. That's a really good one, and I could totally see like a updated rendition of it, like a mix of it that fits the Stranger Things vibes.
yeah, I wish I had a more Stranger Things song. You know what? I'll pick a more like time era is Freedom by George Michael.
Oh, okay, all right.
Sometimes the clothes do not make the man.
Yeah, that
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 yeah,
would be a good one. All right. And then I have to ask, are you planning on watching the series finale in theaters with everybody else when it releases on New Year's Eve?
absolutely. Of
Yeah.
course. I'm very excited to see that. It's I had no idea that was even happening until I saw an article of it. So it's just I think that's a really cool thing. I actually hope that's a direction that more TV moves into.
Yeah.
I think imagine if to get people back in theaters a bit more and amongst, so many things that have happened in the past few years,
Yeah.
pilots of shows like for like finales and all of that were aired in theaters. I think that would be such a genius idea. And I hope that this spawns more shows and
Oh man.
other projects doing that. So
I
yeah, I'm
hope
100%
so.
going to be there and support that 100%.
Because it's going to be such a cool experience. I bet there's going to be like cosplayers and people wearing,
Yeah,
t-shirts and bringing their Funko Pops and everything. I think it's going to be
absolutely.
really fun.
I think it's gonna pop off, and I think that it's already shown that a lot of people are gonna be going, and I just hope that that proves to these studios, and I love that Netflix agreed to do that, and I hope they
Yeah.
continue to do that, and I hope that yeah, just I think it would be so cool. Imagine if there was like a Mandalorian
Oh my gosh.
in theaters finale, like.
Yeah.
I think it's a genius idea, and then it comes out like a week after or whatever. So it's like it's like exclusive to see it in theaters for a week.
Yeah.
That'd be
Oh, that'd
amazing.
be really good. Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's kind of sad to watch like you said, like The Mandalorian or Ahsoka at home,
yeah,
alone on the couch. But then you could be watching it with hundreds of other fans who are just as excited as you to be in the same place at the same time watching it. And what's really cool about Stranger Things is the first showing, because they added so many because of the demand for it. The 5 o'clock showing, it's going to be the exact time it drops on Netflix. So it's not like anyone can spoil it for you, and it's not like, oh, I could have stayed home and watched it 2 hours ago. So it's
yeah,
like you're going to be seeing it the exact same time as everybody else.
yeah, 100. I think it's a brilliant idea, and I love it, and so I can't wait to be there. And I love that they're doing that. And again, like I said, I just I hope that that keeps happening for
Yeah,
sure.
me too.
You know,
Before we leave, I did want to bring up another recent project of yours, Soft Side. I loved it so
yeah,
much. You did it with our mutual friends, Mason and Birdie. It's
yeah.
so good. And,
Thank you.
I just love seeing all these shorts that they come up with. Did you want to talk a little bit about how Soft Side came together?
Yeah, I know Mason. Funny enough, I met Mason McCarty um, when he was on an episode of Stranger Things, and I was filming that day, and I met him, and I had a great conversation with him, and then I was pulled away, and I was like, "Bro, I didn't get your contact. Okay, well, I'll see you around." Fast forward a year later, or 6 months, whatever it was, my other buddy Hunter Romanios does a movie with uh, Mason, and is like, dude, this guy was on Stranger Things. I get his contact number, and now we've been buds for years. And amongst us just talking about movies all the time, and him and Hunter have made some projects together. One day he told me that him and his buddy Logan Peach had like written this like 20 pages of this script that kind of was influenced by like Drive and had this cool like edgy neon light vibe to it. And he was like, dude, I think you'd be great in the part. So we just kind of like got to work on it and just came up with ideas, wanted to shoot a feature right away.
Mhm.
And I think as time went on, we were like, well, let's just, make a proof of concept. And then, before I knew it, I was in Nashville and we shot this really cool neon Street Fighter, you know, kind of movie. And I think it's something that a lot of people will like. And
Mhm.
I think that I'm excited to make it a full movie at some point
Cool.
soon.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would love that. Everybody go check it out on Mason McCarty's YouTube channel. It's so
Yeah.
good. And yeah, I just loved like you said, the neon look to it and just the vibes of it. It's really good, really fun,
Thank
and
you.
would love to see more from that.
Thank you. Yeah, we worked really hard on it, and I'm excited for people to see it. Yeah, so definitely check out the proof of concept slash short film, and hopefully, and we'll be talking soon about the release of the
Mhm.
feature film. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Well, Clayton, I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your day to join me. Congratulations on all the success of Stranger
Thank
Things,
you.
Soft Side, everything else that's coming. In the meantime, where would be a good place for people to follow you and keep up with all of your upcoming projects?
You can just follow me on. I only have Instagram, so just Clayton Royal Johnson right there, and I
Perfect,
I
perfect.
post periodically.
Oh, my. All right. Well, Clayton, it was very nice to meet you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You as well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye.